Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. 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 Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall.
Hello and welcome. Let me just roll myself forward as I am stuck the wheels of my chair. Why does this always happen to me? I think there's a cable that's got stuck underneath. Happy New Year, everybody. Weasel, I've just seen the photos you sent of that church. It looks really cool. I really like the look of that. We are going to be doing some Minecraft today, as I've probably made fairly clear by the game choice for today. Hey, Magic Phoenix, how you doing? Welcome in. Happy New Year to you too. Let's just switch over to some Minecraft. How do I change? Oh, there we go. I haven't streamed since before Christmas, so I'm a little bit rusty. But I said that last time, and then I hadn't streamed for over 2 months, and we were still fine. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Now, I haven't been on the server, the Minecraft server, in a while as well. How are my volume levels? I hope they're okay. So we've got here this building. I didn't build this, but I'm really excited to see this because Rock Your Socks. In fact, let me give a shout out. There is a different way of doing shout outs as well, but I'm going to do it like this. He has built
Be right back.
this.
I love you all very much. Speak to you soon.
Ooh, kitty.
Let's go.
That's right, the embassy. What's... Oh, where's this? There's a door somewhere. Ah, there. Here we go. Oh, nice. Ooh. And there's a ship. Oh, I love it. Oh, that is cool. Okay, I'm very much impressed with that. This is really nice. So yeah, Rock Your Socks has been building an embassy. He has built the most incredible city in Minecraft on the other part of the server. On another part of the server. So this is like a building in his style, but with building materials that I use. At some point, I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing, but in reverse, if you like. So I'm going to be building in my style, but with building materials that he uses in his city. So, but that looks really cool. I really like the style. It's a really nice use of the space, and to be honest, it's really good for me because honestly, it takes me so long to like build up the city. We have there's a panda, a pig. There's a lot of llamas around here. It's there's a llamas over there as well. I have no idea what I'm going to make this building into, but Socks has done a brilliant job with this. I'm very, very happy with that. Yeah, no, that's really good. How's everyone doing anyway? What did you get up to over Christmas and New Year, if you celebrate either of those two? And that's Nightbot. Now, I need to update my map at some point, but this is really nice because the cathedral is such a grand building here, and we've got this beautiful embassy here. I am gonna, because of this here, I'm gonna widen the river actually because I would quite like to open things up a little bit. Oh, that's a shame. Lots of places were closed today because it's New Year, so New Year's Day. I'm thinking I might build this bridge higher to allow the ship to... It won't go under completely. Yes, there is a city library. Well, there's a university library, which is basically the city library. I'll show you in a second, actually. Because, yeah, I agree. It is good to have these things. I do welcome suggestions of different types of buildings. The frame rate in this is getting iffy. You can tell that because should we just tilt this down a little? No, not like that. Is that too much? Oh yeah, no, that's fine. So this is the city library. I like this. It's this took quite a long time to do, if I remember. I did it a long time ago now. This must be a year and a half old. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, it must be a year and a half. Now, interestingly, I think it was this. I think the city is almost exactly 2 years old. I'm trying to remember exactly when it was built, but I'm pretty sure it was early January 2021. So yeah, it's very much based on that. I'm really pleased you spotted that, because that's exactly, like, I would argue that's probably its biggest influence. It's definitely inspired by Oxford. A lot of aspects of the city are, in a way, like Bath, Oxford, York, London, even like Cambridge, Exeter. There's like lots of different cities that influence this, but like I would say, yeah, Oxford and Bath are the biggest influences. And then you've also got like a lot of international influences, so other parts of Europe. There's a few Venetian bits, even some that you could argue are a bit like Florence in places, but mostly it's mostly quite British. Let me do a bit of there we go. That will just improve the frame rate a little bit. It's amazing how quickly it goes down. It's a bit weird that my going live notification has not gone off yet. It is definitely like I am very pleased with. Yeah, you're right. It is a very walkable city. I like the layout of the city in terms of like. I'm not saying this is necessarily directed at anything in particular, but a lot of Minecraft builds, like, there's nothing wrong with this, but they are separate buildings or separate objects, and there's not always a plan for how you're going to get from one to the other. That's because sometimes it's artistic style. They're not necessarily meant to be linked. For me, this whole, although these are each separate buildings, I treat it as one project in a way, in my mind. Ah, thank you, Pirate Hat. Just spotted that. Where's the Pirate Hat? Yeah, so it's a nice sort of continuous design. I'm gonna. I think I need to get rid of both. I'm gonna redo the maps now because I need. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, there we go. what we're going to do is we're just going to complete some of the map. I remember when these houses were the edge of the city and now the cathedral is. So it's definitely expanded. Let me work this one out. There we go. How do I do the large map? Lots of little bits of map. It takes ages. You have to fly over the sections you want to represent. So yeah, so there we go. Right, so then I can remove that bit because that's on there. It does take a while. God, this is... I can tell, like, the frame rate for this part of the map, I think, is the lowest of any part now. Because it just simply... It's just become so big. Yeah, there we go. Exactly, yeah, it's a bunch of regular maps. It's what... It's the map really gives me a sense of, like, how ridiculously big the city has become. I've actually got an old map that I haven't updated in one of the shops. And that really gives perspective on how far the city has come, actually. Let me show you because it's worth looking at. Let's go and visit. So this was done early on, and I think the reason this didn't get updated is because it actually takes way longer to make this kind of map. Because you can create big maps, or like not big maps but zoomed out sections. So now, at present, this is like the city. If you were to complete it, it would go all the way over to here. This is 1 year and maybe like 8-9 months old. And this shows how much has changed because all of this, a whole load of stuff up here is built. And then like this way for a long distance. This had only just been completed. This isn't like... This map I'm keeping as it is because it really shows how far the city's come along. I should probably screenshot and do a side-by-side at some point because that is to me, that is like a real testament to how crazy it is. Happy New Year, Mrs. Riddick. Hey, nice to see ya. We must do some games soon. It's been a while. I'm doing this as my New Year's stream because I love this server and I needed to catch up on it. And honestly, I'm feeling... Oh, thank you, Emma. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I do feel like, yeah, I feel like I want this to become a bit bigger part of my stream. Because I am very proud of this project and I've probably put more time and creative energy into this than anything else. I put like literally like 40 days worth of time into building this. And Happy New Year to you too, Emma. And yeah, definitely, Mrs. Riddick, let me know your shift patterns because I'm pretty flexible at the moment. Difference between a church and a cathedral. So size does come into it a little bit, but there are churches that are bigger than some cathedrals. A cathedral is usually like the main religious, like Christian religious focal point for a city. A cathedral almost always only appears in places designated as cities. It is also usually where a bishop would be focused. Yeah, they have like a much higher status. So an individual church will have like a parish, an area that it covers. A cathedral will cover a much wider area. So let's say 10 smaller churches are part of a diocese, which is like a group, like a bigger area. Then the cathedral's the center of the diocese. So that hopefully helps a bit. Everybody, tell me, what did you get up to for Christmas and New Year? I'd love to hear about what you've been up to. I hope you have had a lovely time. And yeah, hopefully my explanations have helped somewhat with understanding all of this. Now, the Church of Jesus Christ. I've only seen that in the context of like that's a different denomination of Christianity, like Jesus Christ the Scientist or Church of the Latter-day Saints, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emma. Yeah, we must catch up soon. And yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, thank you for popping in. And yeah, take care. What was I looking at? Existing, that's about it. I can relate to that. I think that's a very relatable state to be in. What was I doing? What was I looking at? There's so much to work on in this city. It's raining at the moment. I might send my character to sleep just so that we can see a bit more, because it's pretty hard to work in the dark and rain. Speaking of which, it has rained so much over the last couple of weeks. Having been like so cold before Christmas, it had been so rainy. I was out on the moors, so Dartmoor's near me. Today, and it was absolutely pouring with rain. Really beautiful. If you're on my Twitter, then you might have seen the picture of me and the dog, Henry the puppy. I love little Henry. He's so cute. So it will be nice we get to explore the city a bit more today. Last time I played before Christmas, obviously, we had the Macadanu from the alert playing from all of the subscriptions that you all very kindly gave. So those of you who now have the lovely avocado next to your face, next to your name, that is thanks to the generosity of yourselves and others just before Christmas, which is lovely. We love to see it. But this time we might get to explore the city a bit more. I haven't decided what I'm going to work on. We were just looking actually at the amazing embassy that Rock Your Socks built. It's really, really cool. I'm really impressed by what he's done. Yeah, it looks so cool. Look at this. So this is the embassy for his city, Riversong, which we might have a look at this stream. I don't know. It depends whether we get time. Let's see. So it's more of an American thing, but I see a lot of churches called the denomination Church of Jesus Christ, but they'll have multiple of the same denomination with the name. A bathhouse would be cool. Haha. Well, we also have one of those. I do want to work on the ceiling at some point as well. Hang on, I'm just gonna... It's already... It's alright, you know, and also there will be duplicates of things because there are duplicates of other things. Like, there are multiple of the same type of shop in some cases because it's big enough to justify that. I have no doubt that we will need different kinds of each facility. So there's like a theatre, but that doesn't mean there can't be another kind of theatre. What I really want to do as well, so Socks has done this amazing, amazing or cursed thing, if you like. He's replaced the villagers' faces with my face. I don't know how to set that up, but I really want to do that because that might actually encourage me to put people in the city. And I think he's replaced Becca's, like he's replaced the sheep faces with Becca. So that's pretty hilarious. I'm pretty excited to see how that turns out. Do I have a law firm? I think I've got a small one, but it might be good to do a bigger one. That's a good suggestion. There's a bookshop there. I do remember putting something in like that here. Yeah. I think this was what I'd sort of intended, but I think it's quite basic, so I think we could probably have a more developed one. So just to give a bit of history to this section, I built, in fact, you can see it quite clearly on that other map that I showed you. So if we have a look, I'm going to use this map over here because it's quite a good guide because it shows the city in its earlier state. No, the idea is actually that this is meant to be set during the late 18th, early 19th century. So this isn't meant to be modern. Oh, no, we have got... Mrs. Riddick, are you here still? If you're able to, if any of my mods are able to get rid of the... thank you very much. Much appreciated. No, so Weasel, this is set in... This is set in the 18th century, sort of that sort of period. Right, we've banned someone for being a bot. You know what that means?
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all.
Please refer to me as Britney Spears from now on.
Thank you very much, Jackie Weaver. And thank you, Mrs. Reddick. Well, what's quite interesting is that sometimes I get suggestions for buildings, and I have to think, oh, what is gonna work? What is the equivalent of that in this period of history? And you know, it sometimes is about translating. So it's interesting. I'm looking at this actually because this is like this map looks like yeah, this map isn't much earlier version, so a lot of stuff around here is missing as well. But if we have a look, this row here, which is where those little shops are, this was one of the first things I built. So the very first things I built are these 5 houses along here, 4 of them in fact. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Hey Bert, Happy New Year. And thank you, yes, I had a lovely Christmas and New Year. We've got a nice big church here. So all of these rows were built really early on. So you can see this old map, it does show how much has changed because literally this is all there was after about maybe a couple of months. And then very quickly, go to the other map. And thank you, Mrs. Riddick, for being an excellent mod, even though you're at work. I very much appreciate that. That's very kind. So this bridge was developed as well. So this is the map now. Now, this is a more zoomed in version. So that one was like a less detailed edition. And it's flipped round. So it's at a slightly different angle. That one was flipped like, so you can see like this is the, if you turn it anti-clockwise, that gives you a sense. But look how much more I've done since. I am gonna try and develop, so we've got lots of little spaces in between things, and I don't like leaving them blank. So we've got the most obvious one is around here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. And then we've got a few shoreline areas that I would like to make more of. We've got a few things up here. I think I've done a few things actually. This isn't totally accurate, but I need to update the map a little bit to reflect that. Automats. Well, this is the time to explain. There is a slight blurring. This period is the 18th century, so this is 1700s. Although I've taken liberties and I've included some mid-19th century stuff. So I've included railway lines in the form of minecart lines. So we've got this big station here. So yeah. So you can see here we filled in some of those blank green spaces. We've added character. We've also got this space here. I want to do more with this space. This to me just feels really blank. One thing I think I will do is these houses. So these houses have been here for ages and they do not have anything inside them, which is it's a problem. It's a problem for me and it's a problem for the people who live in them. So I'm going to make back gardens, I think. So we'll probably turn this into like a door rather than a window. So that will fill out that space. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this area, but I mean, what I could do actually is give some of them bigger gardens. So I could hollow that out. Yeah, it's really easy to forget, isn't it? Yeah, so this is 18th century, but 1700s. We have a similar issue here. We've got these bits of green space and I just want to add a bit more to them just to make it a bit more, yeah, I don't know, something. A bit more, I don't know, bring it to life a bit more. Because I don't want it to be just the buildings. The point is that all of this stuff and some of the most interesting bits in the city are the things that where you've got little details that reflect day-to-day life or things we might observe. So we've got along here, if I go down, so if we look, we walk along, and this is like a really nice promenade, so people will walk through, and at night it's really pretty, and you've got all these lanterns. And, you know, you might notice every detail, like the chicken. But we've got these trees with benches around them. We've got flowers. So as you're walking through, it's not just necessarily about the details being obvious, but they're just things that add to the overall effect. So when you look out that way, you know, imagine without those trees or without this wall, it's just buildings and water. But actually, with those, it becomes more real. And you get these different textures. Oh, good question. I always forget what it's called. I am also using an older version of Minecraft because I had the server sits there. LBPR plus Reload and Fancy Skies are the texture pack. And then we've also got we got some shaders as well. It works really nicely. Now I think there are more. I don't think you need the reason I'm on this older version is just because that's where the server is. It's not actually my server, and I think we tried exporting it to the new version, but it totally screwed it up. So I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to solve that at some point. But it's looking really lovely. I'm really happy with how it's all going. If anyone is interested in a particular section or wants to know more about the history, like not just the history of me building it, but the actual history I've created, then please do let me know. I haven't really decided what I'm building. Do-do-bit-bit-bit-do. So yeah, there's lots of little details. I mean, for example, before this area was blank, it was just green. And I realised that it could do with some houses, because then you'd get this whole waterfront area. And I chose a style that was totally different, and it was to reflect that this town, the city, had a history before these really grand buildings. It had a little market town that sprung up along the river. So you've got these houses and this bridge that sprung up, and we got a market here. And then we got these houses that were built later on, and it grew. So you've got this sense of history, and there might have been other houses or things that have now been demolished or built over. We've also got little bits of ruins. So this is the village well, built within the ruins of a former abbey. So lots of religious buildings around. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I know what I was doing. There was a bridge that I was working on. Do you know what? Let's walk. Why not? It's over here somewhere. Left or right? Let's go. Maybe left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this way. I get confused. The city's got so big now that if I'm not in the air, I don't always know the right way to get somewhere. There's a bridge up here somewhere, I think. Ah, yes. Here we go. This is the bridge I want. Okay. So, we've got the embassy that Socks has built, and it's a really lovely building. It's really grand and dramatic, and it's nice because it's his style of building but with the materials that I used to build mine, so it just fits perfectly. And what's quite cool actually is I'd built this gothic castle as like a relic of an older period of time in the city, and there's like a bit of symmetry between the two there, so it's turned out perfectly in that respect. Oh, I know what I am going to work on at some point. So up there's going to be this dramatic crescent of houses. So we're going to... we're going to do a different approach now because of this boat. So Socks has built this brilliant boat here. Sorry, ship. I really like it. I'm going to explore it a bit more in a minute. But what I want to do first is just build a slightly higher bridge. I would love it if he could create a drawbridge for me, because I don't, like maybe with redstone or something. I don't know how possible that is. Maybe like a bridge that appears and disappears. I should really teach myself how to do this stuff, but Socks is a bit of a master at some of these things. We're going to make this quite a high bridge. Because what we need is we need it to be high enough for ships to pass through. And if there is a ship here, we are gonna alter this in such a way that it can serve as a ship canal. Like, that ship should be able to get through here. I'm not convinced it can get around there, so I might, and you know what, I don't need this building here, so I might widen the river here. We might just have like a boardwalk or like an esplanade around here. We haven't chosen any buildings to this spot, so yeah, we're gonna scrap those two. We then have this issue here. The alternative, except we can get to the river. I like making things work thematically, you see. We've got this bridge as well, and then where are we up to? Then we've got this, and we're out to sea. Okay. Now, obviously, we have a slightly uneven water level because, well, I say obvious. The reason that's happened is the server was expanded when it switched from the Xbox servers to the current one. As in, it switched to it switched from Xbox to Mojang, and then it was also later, and then at that point the boundaries expanded. So this line, these buildings sit on the line of the old server. So everything right of this church is built on generated territory that was there before the expansion. So the water level on that side is higher, just by 1, I think. This side, so yeah, there's a slightly confusing aspects there. Right. So yeah, so we've got this. No worries, Mrs. Riddick. So this bridge, I think we're gonna need. I wonder if we can. Where does this bridge go? Yeah, I think we're gonna. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make. So well, I have 2 options. I could completely reformat all of this way to allow ships to pass through here. Or can I get ships to pass through this way? And if so, where would they go? So you definitely go around the back here. That's doable. I'd need to widen this and this bit here, but yes. I think... yeah, it's a tough one. And then you get stuck here again. No, I think the embassy needs a proper ship canal. And that is what we're going to give. So we are going to need to widen. We're going to need to widen this area. Now, I have an idea. I have an idea for the cathedral. This is going to be more interesting. Now, this is pretty, but I think this is a more fun idea for entering the cathedral, which is we're going to go underground here. Yeah. So, we'll work this out. But firstly, so it's got to be... right, we're going to dig... I'm going to say... let's have a look. Right, so we're gonna dig down. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Need to go deep enough down here that we're not gonna run into the water. Okay, we've done that already. Lovely, right. Okay, we need... I'm gonna put a block there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. How's everyone doing anyway? I hope you're doing well. We are trying to build a we're building a ship canal because I want to slightly alter the way, like the way the city looks in terms of transport. We're trying to give it a more important status as a trade and shipping area. No. I think... Right. Yeah, this is looking good. Looking very nice indeed. So we're gonna work on this. Now, I think I can tell the water is literally just above us, but that's gonna... I think we can go down one more level. It's cool, isn't it? I don't want them there when I'm... Oh, here we go. Right, this is... Here we go. Where are we now? Okay. So what we need... Yeah, we're gonna do this. Now, I think I get an idea of how it's going to work at that end, but we need to deal with this end. So we gotta create a... Yeah, we got to create a way that the water isn't gonna go. Yeah, that could work actually. Yeah, I see what you mean. Now, as long as there is still enough, need to go this to go down. I'm trying to get the. If we can get this to work, I'll be very pleased. Right, so then we want... Then it's got to go under there, so... Then the stairs have got to go there. I hope what I'm doing is kind of making sense. Let's do... Will this work if I... So we need to seal off this whole section. I'm gonna dry this area out. We need a sponge. Right, let's get a sponge. I kind of want that. I still want to keep these nice big doors though. I really like having... Okay, right. Oh, hang on. Right, we need to deal with this last section, which is... Yeah, I really like the door. Ah, perfect. Here we are. Right, this is good. We can keep that sealed off, right? That's fine. Yeah, I agree with you about leaving the ceiling dripping. I'm gonna accept that as part of the design. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this is good because this just changes the... Yeah, it changes everything a little bit, which is good. I'm not making much sense. It's getting dark. Hang on, let me put my character to sleep. Yeah, the drips do remind you that you are passing underwater. And also it's like, it's not modern, totally sealed engineering. It has some aspect of... yeah. There's going to be little cracks that are going to let some water through. So that does make sense. Right. So we have got this, we're going to have this nice ship canal. I'm going to do it in sections because it's going to take quite a long time to get it done. But you can see that in theory a ship could pass through. Now here's a question. If I did it across here, no, it's not gonna... No, we need... No, this is fine. A ship can pass through there. So we've got this relatively wide stretch. Any water in here? No, good, okay. Right, we've got this nice tunnel. This is the underpass. This is the only way you can access the cathedral. It's the main route across the river at this point, and it's to allow ships to pass through. I'm wondering as well, can I link it up to other sections? I might be able to, because we could start switching. Yeah, we could switch some of our bridges to tunnels, or we could make them higher. Da, 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 da. I'm making this very messy. Yeah, this is good. It's also quite nice because I think you imagine like the walkway to a cathedral to be really grand all the way through, but it's quite a nice dimension, adding it, making it a little bit like this underpass to allow ships to pass overhead. This is really good. This is really good. I'm much happy with this as a concept. One of the things I've wanted to do with the city is make it feel functional to the period of time that it's set in. So we've got this tunnel that kind of proves that. So that just allows... It is, and it's nice leaving that there, but at the same time... Oh, actually, hang on. Oh no, we have to get rid of that now, don't we? Can we make this narrower? Unless what we do is we widen. I might step back. Oh no, it works. It just has a low ceiling. Yes. And then we can do this. Can I do that? Hang on, let's work this out. If I seal that up... No, that's not what I want to do. No, I can't do that. But actually, having even just the shallow bit, that still works for there. Yeah. A boardwalk around the cathedral. Yeah, that's a thought. It gets a bit hairy down here because it's how narrow it is, but that could work for some sections. I can readjust all this. I'm gonna... Sorry, this panda's gonna have to budge out the way. I'm gonna need to widen anyway because I need to create this ship canal. Because this river channel was very, like... was created with explosives, so it's not perfect. I have altered it over time and it's now what would be really lovely is if I can somehow connect it up with the dockyard. Now, let me have a look and see if that's actually possible. I'd be so happy if that was, because we have got a dockyard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shear off this building a little bit. We're going to shift the boardwalk here to this corner. And I think I'm going to put it over this way. So we're going to cut out this bit. Yeah. So that widens that section. Oh, and actually, here we go. So where we've got this here, I have an idea. We're gonna shift it. Gonna shift it across here. What we're gonna do, this is this is gonna be a different type of structure. So a lot of the others are like shops, but we're gonna divert. So this will allow ships to get in through here. Just make sure there's no water in the tunnel. Nope, good. Yeah, this will... I'm gonna get rid of that. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow us to widen the channel. It will allow ships to pass through. then what we're going to do is knock through. Yeah, that's good. We're going to change the floor around here as well. No, that can stay the same, but we're going to just... This is good. I'm happy. I'm happy with the decisions I'm making. We've got quite a... This is quite a big infrastructure project, actually, in many ways. This is quite ambitious in some respects. But I'm confident this will make a difference to the city. Sorry, I'm doing my concentrating face. I have this face I do when I'm concentrating that makes me look like I'm half dead. Oh, there we go. Right. Perfect. So we just need to decide where we are going with this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And we can get rid of that. Oh god, yeah, doing this in survival. Couldn't cope with that. There we go. Right, so we've got a much better channel there. So water. I'm going to put some lanterns along the edge here. Just to illuminate a little bit. Yes, I will do, definitely, so that it doesn't feel quite so dark. Definitely put one there, directly opposite. Probably only need that many. Oh, that's the wrong place. Oh, yeah. Let's put them and there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, and we've now got a better channel. What is going on here? Oh, no, we need that. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so we've got our... Okay, so the ship canal is properly developed there. Now, this area over here is the dockyard. Well, this sort of area. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the water without demolishing stuff here. I just don't think it's doable. And I don't really want to demolish these buildings. So, I think we need to have a look at, as long as it links up somehow. Then I think that works. And we could make this into like a new dockyard because we've got the ships, so there could be a whole new dock area. Let me drink some water. Oh yeah. Please do share. Actually, why is this going down when it's only going to join? Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess actually no, because I want to do another road off there. Let me see. So hang on, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. So we have a bit of the glass pathway left. Yeah. And then the walkway come out. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't... I think, yeah, I think that the way that we've got it at the moment, I think is a good fit for... Thing is, a lot of the... I guess part of the challenge of what I've done is I've built a lot of stuff, and if I want to change anything, I now have to go above or under. We're quite limited on space in some parts of the city. So this bridge is going to be the steepest one we've probably done. It really is. It really is. Especially if you're trying to be geometric about anything. Oh, it's an axolotl down there. Lovely. This music is chilling me out. I'm enjoying the royalty-free chilled music. Yeah, this will work well. I just need to... It needs to go up another level. It can't go up much too high, or we're going to be kind of stuck for how high we are. Oh yeah? Let me Google that. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I can see that. It's gonna have a bit more... We're gonna make it a little more ornate eventually. The way I do bridges is slightly changing. We need to go up one more level to allow it to be... I think we do. Or do we? No, I think we just... But I'm gonna... Do you know what? I'm gonna put it up one more level anyway. And then we're gonna take it flat. Yes, it is most certainly going to do that. I think this city is quite hilly and it's quite up and down, so I think there'll be no danger of that here. Yeah, this works because the... Yeah. It's quite crazy how this has come about, but... This is quite a dramatic feat of engineering for the sake of getting ships through. Now, I will say, this corner, this is like an inefficient route, but we're going to go with it because it's just the way it's going to be. And actually, this, removing this, gives a slight opportunity to widen the path. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns with this one. Dear me. No, that's upside down. Look at this. It's so silly. It will work. It will work. We're gonna give a bit of height onto. Yeah, and I think what we will do is. Oh Jesus Christ! Thank you so much, Anuva. Thank you so much, Anuva. Happy New Year to you too. That scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me. If anyone remembers the last stream before Christmas, that was exactly what kept happening. Was we had lots of gift subs. We had a total of like 20 something, which meant that Macadamia was played that many times. One of the best and worst decisions I've ever made. I think the incentive to irritate me increased the amount of subs I got. Well, no, exactly. It's I'm gonna make it look more interesting so that this works from an aesthetic perspective. So we will make, like, we'll put like a... In fact, I know exactly where to go. Yes, I am. And in fact, I was trying to see what I've done because I've done something very similar over here. Yeah, cobblestone wall. It's a bridge that allows ships to pass through, because Sox has completed his embassy, and this is now, yeah, this is allowing ships to pass through from the back of the embassy. So I'm making a ship canal. So I'm gonna, yeah, it's gonna work. I'm happy with this. Oh my god, that Macadanu sub alert woke me the fuck up. I feel like I'm definitely awake now. Thank you, Nuva, on multiple counts for reminding me that it is possible to nearly die. A lot of them already have interiors, so yeah, the cathedral does. Almost all the churches do. A lot of the houses don't. A lot of the houses don't. But a lot do. So all of these 5 along the waterfront do. This entire street does. So they've all got furnishings and interiors, like fireplaces, stuff like that. Some houses along here do. It might do, Nuva, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah, quite a large proportion of the buildings do have interiors. Eventually every building will have an interior. That is a promise I've made myself. It's just, I'm doing it slowly and I'm not putting myself under pressure. Yeah, so for example, yeah, with this, for example, yeah, so we can do, I think that having the rail will make it look a little more, yeah, it will look a little better. Exactly, that does look better, doesn't it? Yeah, this is good. You see, it just softens it slightly. I might do other things, but in the meantime, I think this works quite well. Right, so we've got to finish off the... bridge on this side. Oh, no, don't do that. I'm happy with how this is shaping up. So we're also going to, reconfigure a lot of this. So I'm going to shrink this building back to be much smaller and probably be connected to this one. So we have a longer canal, like a wider stretch of canal here. And then we're also going to get rid of these buildings here. They're not built yet, so it doesn't matter. We're going to take this whole section up and move it down to here so that this bit just gets widened. And I think that will, yeah, create quite a wide waterway. Maybe, although I quite like using irregular shaped buildings and giving some corners. So rather than it being suddenly like I quite like having a bit of an edge here just to smooth it off so it isn't so blocky. But we'll see how it looks, because you might be right. I haven't totally decided. I'm trying to do one thing at a time, but I'm very bad at that, so... No, not like that. Almost at the bottom of the bridge. This is then good. How is everyone doing anyway? If anyone's just tuning in, we are doing some Minecraft. I've been away for about... When did I go away? About 10, 11 days ago, and I haven't streamed since then because I was away for Christmas. So I am back now. I will try and stream more often. I have a bit more time than I did before Christmas because I've got fewer concerts in January and February. So that means I should have a bit more time to do some Twitch streams. But we shall see how everything goes. Da 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 da. And if anyone has not seen my city before and would like a bit of a tour, I'm very happy to do one. Or a tour of as much as I can render in, because increasingly that is becoming an issue. Building this high bridge also opened the canal up by reaching further. Yes, that is very true. It did. That is exactly what we're going to do behind this. We're going to open up the canal. So we're gonna gonna get rid of this. Now, Socks has incorporated part of this into the building. So, we do need to maintain... Gonna block this off. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it would have been funny actually. But I didn't do that. Right, I'm going to send my character to bed in a minute because it is getting dark. So I'm going to do that now. I'm also going to do some re-rendering because... It's the only thing about when the... In fact, let's do that now. Oh god, it's amazing how much difference that makes. I think the render distance is only making so much difference now though because there's so much going on in this section that it's just it's a lot of things for a computer to process. But there we go. It does it even when I'm not streaming as well, so that tells you. Right. So, the ship canal is coming along. We have got... Yeah, we've got this nice... Yeah, let's do that. Right, so that I'm not gonna do the other side just yet, but this is just so I can get a sense of what else do I need to do, because I think even this isn't quite enough to hide the scale of just hide the blockiness of the bridge. Could definitely do with a bit more. Yeah, so that at least looks a bit better. Yeah, you're right to an extent, although I actually think these texture packs make a lot of the blockiness a bit less visible. What I might do is I might put... What if I make it up to a certain point? Like, how does this look? No, I don't like that. Unless I did it the whole way up. Except, actually, it would fit. It would fit. Hang on. Just it needs to be a bit... The bridge itself needs to be a bit thicker. I think. Like, it just fits underneath this. I think. Yeah, it's... Yeah, no, that works. I'm going to make this... I think that is better. So... I don't think it does, actually, because... Nope, there's actually a whole block above that. No, that works. That works. I'm going with that. Welcome back, Mrs. Ritter. How's work going? Yeah, no, that does fit, actually. It's weird, but it actually does. If I go up to the highest one of these... Yeah, no, it does. It's kind of confusing, but it actually does. It's quite fine, but it does fit. It's all because the height at which it does it is just about right. It would be a tight maneuver. I won't lie. It would be like... It would be a tricky one. But I think... I'm convinced it's doable. Yeah. We just need to widen the actual canal itself a little bit around. And that will just make things a little bit easier. I mean, you could get forms of insurance, but not this. Like, insurance definitely existed, but not quite like we have it now. Yeah, I think this would work. It would be like a real nautical feat of... Yeah, it would be impressive if you could... Let's see, how's this work? Yeah, it would work, because I think at this point, if you turn the ship, it shouldn't hit. And also, they could pull the sails in. Like, they could pull the outer sails in. I reckon it's doable. It's narrow, don't get me wrong, but it's not quite as bad as it looks. I think having the bridge be a bit more chunky in size, I think has helped a bit as well in how the whole thing ties together. Oh, for sure. It's not the ideal one, but now we're going to deal with this next section. So I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to round off this corner. Let's see. Let's put this back a little bit. Now I could just get rid of it, but I actually quite like having a building section that's no, maybe from here. Yeah. Well, we could shorten it at this end as well, but so we're not. Yeah, we're just gonna keep some element. It's just so that it doesn't look like a really ridiculous angle. Don't know yet. I often build outlines before I know function because I look at space that I have available, and then I assign function based on what I think that looks natural. Which is an interesting way to build things, but yeah, I kind of go based on what building space I have. So, we have... Excuse me, Panda. Right, we're going to get rid of these. No, it sort of does. Like... Or maybe like a tavern, because if we're saying this is a dock, then it's quite, you know, somewhere to drink. Right, we're gonna completely shift over the whole path here. Right, it's time to send my character to sleep. I do like the idea of a tea house. I think that could work. There. Oh, I need to do a script. Yes, it does, doesn't it? It blends everything together very well. Like if you look, like if I do this, not that. Look at that, you see, like, you got the overlap. It's really nice. Oh yeah, I was sending my character to sleep. So we're gonna be... The other issue we're gonna have... I mean, I've already done some of this, but we're gonna have to widen all of that. We're going to have to deal with that bridge. Now, I think this bridge... I'll have a look at it in a moment. I'll come back to what I was doing in a moment, but... I do think we need to have a decide. We do need to decide exactly what we're going to do. Because if we get past the cathedral, it's fine up to a point. So we know what we've done here, that's great. And we can easily widen this channel, so that's fine. This bridge complicates things more. Because it's like, I think I'm inclined to say a tunnel is better here. I think widening the channel... and a tunnel, that's what I would say. I like the meandering, so I want to keep it as a river rather than a canal at this point. However, I am going to need to do certain things like this bit here, for example. I am going to need to get rid of this or widen somehow. So that's going to become a tunnel. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, oh, 100%. It would look ridiculous there. Here it looks okay. Like, I think I'm gonna do some... I am gonna do some, I'm gonna do some, like... You know, just things to make it look more, I don't know, like a bit more normal. Yeah, like that kind of, I don't know. Yeah, that you see what I mean, like that kind of thing. It works in a way. And I might put something on top as well. Yeah. Do you mean on top of it? Or underneath it? Because I could do a lantern there. Could also put them up the side as well. Yeah, we'll get round to the decoration of that in due course. But you see what I mean, like less... Just we are going to make it less weird. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to totally shift. Yeah, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Might make sense. Right, I'm going to delete those just so that I know that that's where the boundary is. But otherwise, I'm just going along here. Oh Jesus, I thought that chicken was in my house for some reason. It genuinely sounded like... It sounded the way that it came out of my right ear. Came out of my right ear? It went into my right ear. Like, the sound was not from my headphones. But it was in fact a chicken in my headphones. Well, the chicken isn't in my headphones, the sound is. Yes, I am slightly losing the plot. Yeah, this is going to be good. I think we can also put some small buildings down here. Like, we're just below the castle, so I don't want to do loads, but we can do bits and bobs. Yeah, this works. We could actually... No, I'm going to make it narrower because... To match up with the other side. So we're going to do that. The chicken in my headphones. The new existential novel. I cluck, therefore I am. I quite like that. I cluck, therefore I am. We're just gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this one simple. And then we're gonna yeah, so that goes up to there. That's, yeah, that's better. Excuse me, Panda. Oh, that's very funny. Okay, yeah, I love that. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's still good. I enjoyed I mean the word syntax. I enjoyed reading it, you know. Yeah, so I think I do want to make Minecraft a slightly bigger part of the channel just because it's a really easy one for me to do talking over the top of. Because it's very chilled. I can just kind of get on with stuff. And I think that's a lot of what I want to kind of get out of my channel is it's got to be quite easy for me to do because I'm so busy. So yeah, I'm trying to make my channel practical for me, and then I think there's certain games where I'll probably only do them when I'm doing them as multiplayer because again it's all about like how I can keep myself entertained and amused, and I do really enjoy doing this. Oh, that is genius. Okay. Play to describe humans as featherless bipeds. I mean, we are featherless bipeds. That's not a lie. Right, we need to deal with this. Right, we are really getting... Yeah, just opening out the water here I think is going to make a big difference. Oh, okay. Oh, I need to send my character to sleep. Go to sleep. Right. It's the dog, it's the cat. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Been streaming for nearly 2 hours. That's nice. Lovely. Right. Yeah, this is getting there. Right, we just need to... Widening this is making a difference. So, we do have a slightly narrower gap here. I think I might be able to resolve that by doing a diagonal. But we're gonna wait before doing that. That's gonna be the next thing I do. Just to cut that corner. Yeah. Let's do this bit first. Now, I don't know exactly how long I'm going to stream for tonight. I haven't really got any reason to stop early other than tiredness. But we will see. And that's the other thing. In order to make my stream sustainable, the length of time I stream for has got to be controlled. Even if I feel like streaming for longer sometimes, I may have to be quite disciplined just to allow myself to get enough sleep. Good streamer self-care is always an important thing. Right. Yes, indeed, Mrs. Ruddock. Yes, indeed. I think streaming can be incredibly tiring, actually. I try and do things with streaming now that relax me. But that's not always what I want to do, so inevitably I'm going to at times do things that will tire me out. Yeah, exactly. And if you're physically tired, then it's even more mentally tiring. And I do quite a lot of things that are physically tiring, so... Let's put that... Let's do this. Right, we're going to fill this up. I find some things more tiring than others on stream as well. 1, 2, 3. That's not what I wanted. Needs to be a bit more. I think that's almost enough. I think a little bit more. Still not quite narrow enough. The truth is, physical and mental health have a strong impact on each other as well. So, it's even if you have, in theory, plentiful energy from one, if you don't have it from the other, then eventually the other one will suffer. So, having constant physical exertion does negatively impact mental health. Oh my god! Boop. Jesus. Thank you so much. Hey Spoop, how you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everybody. Let me give you a shout out. Oh, Mrs. Riddick, actually, could you do a shout out? That would be lovely. If you are able to. What clip have we got here? Oh, Jesus.
You flipping cow! Look, take another 40!
Excellent.
Jesus Christ!
What the hell was she with you?
I don't know.
I have no idea what it means by
Maybe
infested
we
stone.
should just leave Spook.
Yeah.
I keep trying to put
That's-
normal
that's-
stone. Yeah, you see, I keep trying to put normal stone down, and then I think it gets infested. So that maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Which is fine. It doesn't really matter in peaceful, because peaceful and creative, or creative mode on peaceful, because nothing actually happens. So if this were, I don't know where it happened because I didn't choose it deliberately. I think they became infested, if that makes sense. But I'm not sure enough to be able to tell you how that happened. How was your stream, Spook? What were you streaming? What were you up to? Yeah, that's true. It does make sense with the period of history. Thank you so much again for the raid. We are in my Minecraft city. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Ooh. What is that about? What is that about? We are doing some upgrades to my water transportation in my Minecraft city. We have now got this brand new embassy that Socks has built, giving some sort of link between his city and mine. So I'm trying to make, and he's put this nice little ship behind. In fact, I did say we'd explore it. So this ship is kind of so this is our like an embassy ship. Ah, nice. That sounds fun. So we've built this bridge that allows the ships to travel through. Yeah, it is. It's quite clever, isn't it? That does sound fun. That does sound like fun. So yeah, we're trying to make it so that a ship can essentially pass through. So we are widening the canal. Huh. Very insightful, Weasel. That's helped a lot. The ship is going to find it hard to go down there, actually. I'm going to get rid of this. Because I think it needs to be wider. No, that's the right one. Yeah, just one wider will just make a bit of a difference. We need to do the same here. I could have left the lantern on there actually. That's okay. Oh, is it getting dark now? Here's Steve. Oh, not down there. Yeah, that is a bit wider, so that works. I'm also gonna do this. Just so, again, yeah, so that, I mean, it's more like so that it visually doesn't look as ridiculous, but yeah. So now, hopefully a ship, it will be possible for it to fit through. I mean, although if we're doing that, I don't see why we can't just do... no, okay, let's leave it like that for now. So, we've reconfigured the first stretch. And I'm... yeah, I'm happy with how this is looking. I'm gonna put a wall along, so just so that that ties this all off. Yeah. This is... no, not that. No, hang on. No. Right, perfect. No, there's no point. I might as well have that as a supporting wall because... yeah, that's better. Okay, right. So, we've now developed the canal, ship canal up to a point. It can get round here. I'm gonna do a little bit of tweaking, but I don't see this bit, this stretch here is mostly fine. Just wanna widen it a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. It's just so it can get around that corner. Then we've got this bit here. And this is not wide enough. So we're gonna do... yeah, we just need to widen the river here. Just to allow, like, I want to keep the natural feel of it a little bit, but I just, yeah, it just needs to be wide enough that a ship can go through, which it almost is. There we go. Lovely. Now, here is the next. This is the more difficult bit. So we've got this bridge. Hey Laura, how you doing? Nice to see you. Long time no see indeed. Yeah, I last streamed just before Christmas, but I only did one, and I've been working so much, so I'm now trying to get back into streaming a bit more, but I've just been so busy. Happy New Year. So, what are we gonna do? Right, firstly, we're going to need a wide enough channel. So I think the first thing is to get rid of this bridge. It does make this harder, doesn't it? This hill is tricky. We're going to do this, though. It's going to work. I think the sensible thing is to start it over here. We're going to have some issues here, but we'll work this out. We need a sponge. Well, what I was thinking was it would be the easiest way to do this there is if I dig down here, and then I can go under the river from here, and then I can come up here and join it over here instead. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think I know what. I think this is the best way to do this. Just to make sure it goes down deep enough to. Because I think we know how roughly how wide the river's going to be. I think starting here is a good idea because I think it gives us more room to work with. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we're going to need to go down another level. Oh, maybe down even further. We've got... Obviously the issue we have is also that we have sand above us. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's try that. See how that works. We're gonna need to do that. Make sure that, okay, right. Yeah, I think this is working. Nice. Okay, this is good. I mean, it's not ideal, but yeah, that works. Okay, so then that's a cobblestone one that we want there. So this allows us, so we can then shear off a huge section over here, probably to about there, without actually getting anything drastically wrong. Yeah. But let's firstly we spent quite a lot of time doing quite a lot of dramatic, not dramatic, but like, this is quite a large scale engineering project to do this. To be so consistently committed to this project. And it's all based on something that someone else has done. So Socks, if you're out there right now, I hope you're happy that I am committed to integrating your project into the practical aspects of the city. Oh, absolutely. I mean, there are no slopes in Minecraft, which is understandable but frustrating. Right, we're gonna get rid of the old path along here. And we are gonna have so no more bridge here. This is this is good. This is going well. I mean, firstly, we can get rid of I think Oh, now that is the tunnel. So we have to watch that. So what we need... Perfect. Right, we're going to need to resurface this road. But, yeah, broadly. There are just only at this certain bits. Like along here. And there probably will end up being more. Yeah, it's pretty natural looking. Jeez, Joe, come on. Right. There we go. That's wider at that point. Is it wide enough there? It's not quite. Yeah. It's, yeah. Just need to get this canal wide enough. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a wider route. We need to make this bend a bit easier. But otherwise... Now, this is interesting. So you can see here, this is where I've adjusted the water level. But this is the old water level. And unfortunately, that is a different height to... Yeah, so this area is an expanded section of the server when it switched from Xbox to Mojang. And this area where the water level's higher is the old water level. Right, I'm gonna go... I'm pretty happy with how it is now. I'm not gonna... I think I'm gonna leave it for a bit. It's one block higher. I'll show you in a minute. It's just it's dark, so you can't really see. Oh. Lord Dogbert. It annoys me that I didn't think to connect this river to this dockyard area, because I could have created a nice island out of here, but the trouble is, I guess I could still. We'd have to go across here. It would create, actually, do you know what? It would create a really nice island out of this fishing village. I just need to be careful not to drown the railway line underneath. Maybe I could do, because I don't actually need... Because I want this house, this is a farm, but I don't need this, so I could have it running through there. It would just have to be quite a shallow sea in order to channel, in order to accommodate the line underneath it. So yeah, this is the difference. Everything from in that direction is higher. The water level is higher. It's annoying, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'm thinking I might leave this bit mostly alone, because I reckon a ship can get out of here now. Just want to make sure it is wide enough for a ship. I don't actually know at all. I think it's not so much they change the water level, but rather people could have Minecraft on either Xbox or on PC or wherever. And on Xbox, for some reason, they had it programmed at a different level. So when it imported in, for whatever reason, it had the wrong water level set. I don't think it was a conscious decision. It was more of like a mistake. And I just think it happened so long ago. I don't think anyone's ever really, like, we've never raised it, questioned it. And the trouble is, I would be very wary of wanting to change anything now, because it would almost certainly break other aspects. Now, I'm just thinking, I'm not sure I can get this water channel easily done unless it's here. Because it needs to be, yeah, I can't be able to do that right now. That just seems like a lot of effort. I'm getting relatively tired. I can't see myself streaming for much more than about another 5-10 minutes. While I'm thinking about this, let's see who's online. Just so that I can keep an eye. We've got a few choices. Oh, Katie's streaming. So we might go and raid her in a bit. Yeah. This is very nice. Right. So we've done quite a lot. I'm gonna do one thing before I go. I'm gonna finish off this. Not like that. No, not like that. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit high there, but that's okay. Or is it? No, that's fine. That's fine. One, two, three, four. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Oh, that's fine. There, that's both sides of the bridge done with that particular effect. It's not the neatest piece of work I've done. I mean, I could do something totally different. I might decide later on to change the whole bridge aspect of it and just link it up to there. I mean, that might actually be better. So maybe next time we come along, that will be what I've done. And then we've got this land underneath where we can have roads and stuff. It's just, it's not. That might be what I end up doing. But for the time being, that's quite a good sort of quick fix. It at least changes the... It at least fulfills what I set out to do. And we've got... I want to fill in, you know, now this area is filling out nicely, so we've got to finish this building. Don't know exactly with what. And this one here, and then we've got this waterfront area. And I want to try and landscape this bit. I was going to do sort of like a garden area, so have like a tunnel through here. And then these are kind of this hidden sacred garden just below the crescent here. So I think that'll be really nice. Yeah, I like the look of how this. I like how this is all coming together. Also, I will do stuff other than Minecraft soon. Yeah, I thought this was a nice way to come back into streaming after the new year. I want to do stuff like Golf Gang again. That's always fun. And Sea of Thieves. I must do a Sea of Thieves game soon. Sorry. Yeah. No, that's a good sign that I need to head off. Because you know when someone's actively yawning, as opposed to just talking about being tired, that is a different matter. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for hanging out with me. I've enjoyed doing this, and it's really nice because I've sort of been stimulated to do different things because of Socks's construction. So I've been kind of prompted to look at the city in a different way, because so Socks has exceptionally elaborate constructions, and the scale of his city is amazing. And I'm quite, I would say I'm quite practical. I'm less ornate with my style. Sometimes I can be ornate. So this building is beautiful because it's so stylistically interesting. So then my first thing was like, well, we've got this boat here. How are we gonna get it through the city? And it would be quite interesting, like inside the cathedral, to see a ship going past. And if I look at the width, it does fit. So it will be tight. It would be a tight turn, but it would get through because the sails would be above the level of the walls. Yeah, so yeah, that works. It works. I like it. I like it a lot. And at some point I may or may not. I don't know. The trouble is it's got so many... I'm very reluctant to re-landscape this bit because, yes, we could put a water channel through here. No, I don't think that shipyard. I think it's connected to a different area. I think I'm going to be... Like, if I'd thought about this ages ago, the thing I would have done is join it up here. Because you can see... Yeah, so it could have gone across here. And I mean, it's not impossible that I could... Oh no, but then that goes all the way around. No, that's just too complicated. So the only other way I could have done it was, before I built all of this, was to have a channel running through here. But I've got these stables in the way, and I don't really want to lose them. I could halve them, I suppose, but I feel like that's more effort than it's worth. Yeah, and you'd have to then get rid of so much land. Right, well, thank you so much everyone for being here. I've had a lot of fun. I am quite tired, as I have said. Tempted by this idea. Oh, but I've still... No, I've got more tunnels and bridges. No, ignore it. We're not doing any more tunnels. I'm bored of them. Right, anyway, thank you so much everyone for being here. I have had a lot of fun. Let's go and raid Katie. Katie is playing the mortuary assistant. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go and raid Katie. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ritter. And we've got a sub raid there as well. We're going to raid Katie. And yeah, we will do some more games soon. We'll do some... I'll try and set up a Phasmo game for some point in the next week or so. And also a Sea of Thieves game. It'd be nice to revisit some of the old favourites. But yeah, let's do a raid. No problem. Thank you so much for being here, Mrs. Riddick. How do I spell Katie? Is that... Hang on. Yeah, it's 2 E's. Okay, right. gonna raid Katie. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here. I very much appreciate it. I have had a lot of fun. Let me copy my own thingy. There we go. Yeah, have a great rest of your night, everybody. Get some good rest. Look after yourselves. Happy New Year. And yeah, copy the alert, the raid commands things. And we'll go and say hello to Katie. Thank you for being here. Lovely lots, everybody. Bye-bye.